Good evening, and welcome back to the sanctuary of untold stories. Welcome to Mr. Magazine. We often see the smiles on the red carpet and the chemistry on the screen, but rarely do we see the tears that fall when the director yells a cut and the lights go down. Today, we are not just reporting news, we are bearing witness to a soul laid bare. We are talking about Cemre Arda and Gökberk Yıldırım. For months, their relationship has been the subject of whispers, rumors, and cold speculation. But the silence has finally broken. In a confession that has shaken the very foundations of the tabloid world, Cemre Arda has spoken. She has revealed the agonizing truth about the night he left, the secret life growing inside her that she was too afraid to mention, and the door that she still keeps unlocked. This is a story of pride, regret, and a love that refuses to die. Before we step into this emotional storm, I need you to join our family. If you want to hear the stories that matter, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. And for those who want to support independent, deep dive journalism, please consider clicking the join button. Your support allows us to bring you these heart-wrenching exclusives. Are you ready? Let's open the door to the truth. On a night when emotion seemed to overflow without any barriers, the facade of the strong actress finally cracked. Cemre Arda, who has maintained a stoic silence for months amidst a whirlwind of leaks and speculation about her relationship with Gökberk Yıldırım, gave a statement so heartbreaking that it has left both her fans and the media in a state of shock. Witnesses present during this intimate conversation report that her voice trembled, her eyes were swollen from hours of crying, yet her need to tell her truth prevailed over her fear of judgment. She spoke with a sincerity she has rarely allowed the public to see. The main wound, she explained, did not stem from the public breakup or the subsequent scandal that rocked their relationship. It came from something much more intimate, much more haunting, the memory of the last night they shared under the same roof. I didn't want him to leave my house. I couldn't ask him to stay, but I also couldn't bear to see him go, she confessed through tears. It was a moment of paralysis. A battle between pride and desperation. She made it clear that although everything seemed over in the eyes of the public, her heart remained trapped in that specific moment of the past, a moment that refused to close. Those close to her described that night as an emotional breaking point. Cemre reportedly begged silently, wordlessly, screaming on the inside for Gökberk to simply turn around, to drop his bags, and tell her that everything was going to be all right. But he didn't. The image of his back as he walked away has haunted her ever since. The actress recounted the visceral pain of that departure. After he closed the door, she didn't move. She stood frozen in the dark hallway, straining her ears to listen to his footsteps receding down the corridor, waiting for some noise, any hesitation, any gesture that would indicate he would return. It didn't happen. And that silence, she admitted, was more painful than any argument we ever had. Even in her grief, Cemre was careful not to paint herself as a victim or him as a villain. She admitted that she never meant to pressure him or hold him back. She knew the situation between them was delicate. Her voice breaking, she explained that her intention was never to force him to face something he wasn't ready for. She simply wanted his presence. I just wanted him to hold me. That's all. I didn't need promises, explanations, or plans. I just wanted to feel that I wasn't alone during the most vulnerable time of my life, she said, wiping away her tears with trembling hands. Let's pause for a moment. This is incredibly heavy. The image of her standing in the dark hallway waiting for him to come back is something out of a tragic movie. Have you ever been in a situation where pride stopped you from saying stay? Do you think if she had spoken up that night, things would be different now? I would love to read your thoughts on this tragic misunderstanding in the comments below. And if this story is touching your heart, please hit the like button to show your support for Cemre. What most impressed those who heard her confession was the way she described the aftermath of his departure. The emptiness left by Gökberk's absence transformed her home into a museum of memories. She said that every object, every corner, every smell reminded her of him. For weeks, she avoided entering the room where he used to stay because she felt the air still carried the weight of his name. The house ceased to be a home, it became a painful testament to what they had once been. I didn't move a single one of his belongings, she revealed, offering a glimpse into her denial. Not his coffee mug, not the jacket he always left on the sofa, even his cologne was still in the bathroom. It might sound absurd to people on the outside, but keeping them there was the only thing that made me feel like I hadn't lost everything. She described waking up in the middle of the night, driven by a phantom instinct, and going to his side of the closet. She would open the door and just stand there, taking deep breaths of his scent. It was the only way I could keep from breaking down completely, she said. Losing him was like losing a part of myself that I'll never get back. But the true emotional bombshell, the secret that changes the entire context of this separation, was finally revealed. In a moment that stopped the hearts of everyone listening, Cemre disclosed the real reason why that night was so agonizing. I knew I was pregnant, and I didn't tell him, she whispered. I couldn't. I didn't have the strength. When Gökberk was packing his last box, when he was walking toward that door, Cemre was carrying the knowledge that they were bound together forever by a child. I had an urge to scream his name and say, "Don't go, not now, not when I need you more than ever." But my voice wouldn't come out. She felt that revealing the pregnancy in that moment would look like manipulation, like an attempt to trap him. He had the right to know, she admitted with deep regret. He had the right to be in every heartbeat, every fear, every hope. I didn't want to hide it. I just couldn't face his gaze if he told me he wasn't ready. This changes everything. She let him leave while knowing she was pregnant because she was afraid of his reaction. That is a level of sacrifice and fear that is hard to comprehend. Do you think she made the right choice by staying silent, or should she have told him right there and then? This is a complex moral dilemma. Let me know your perspective in the comments. And remember, clicking the join button helps Mr. Magazine continue to cover these complex human stories. Sources close to the production company where they both work reveal that, despite her evident private suffering, Cemre continues to maintain her professional image with admirable discipline. When the cameras roll, she is the star. But privately, they say, she is devastated. The interview in which she revealed these details was so raw that the production team confessed to having to stop filming on more than one occasion to allow her to compose herself. Yet, amidst the tears and the regret, her statement showed a glimmer of hope, perhaps unintentional, perhaps subconscious. She spoke of Gökberk with an affection that hasn't faded, an affection that profoundly contradicts the idea that everything between them is buried forever. She clarified that the breakup wasn't the hostile event the press portrayed. He didn't leave me. I didn't kick him out. It was a decision neither of us wanted to make, but one we both felt was inevitable. What hurts isn't the separation. What hurts is that he thought I didn't need him anymore. In one of the most heartbreaking moments of the interview, Cemre admitted that she still hasn't been able to let go. That house is still ours. Even though he doesn't live there anymore, even though everything has changed. I feel like a part of him never left. When journalists, stunned by her vulnerability, asked the inevitable question, would she consider giving Gökberk a second chance if he wanted to come back, her answer was simple and devastating. If he knocks on my door today, there would still be a place for him. Many wonder if this emotional outpouring could signify an attempt at reconciliation or if it is simply the expression of grief that has reached an unbearable point. Fans of the couple, who still dream of a reconciliation, have begun flooding social media with messages of support, stating that her honesty proves her story with Gökberk isn't completely over. The truth is, after listening to her, it's impossible not to suspect that her story with Gökberk hasn't yet reached its final chapter. The ball is now in Gökberk's court. A confession has been made, a secret revealed, and a door left ajar. Will he respond to this involuntary call of the heart? The coming days will undoubtedly be crucial in understanding whether this confession marks the definitive end of a tragedy or the silent beginning of an unexpected return. We at Mr. Magazine will be watching closely. What do you think Gökberk will do when he hears this? Thank you for tuning into this emotional report. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this with anyone who believes that love deserves a second chance. And a special thank you to our joiner members, you make this channel possible. Until the next update, take care of your hearts. Goodbye.